Hi, Lynn again. This is Lynn Logic episode 43, Confessions to My Mom. I don't want to give too much away in the intro here, but I am about to get in so much trouble. And also, disclaimer, the confessions only get worse. I did interlace two apologies with the confessions to soften the blow, but yeah, to all the mothers who have difficult children, well, let me give you a basis for comparison. Quick recap: I am the widow of a cross dressing alcoholic and a survivor of a blood clot in my brain. It may seem that I am a personification of Murphy's Law, but I do love to laugh. I have a 25-year work history in accounting and operations in real estate, car dealerships, and hotels. I also have a BA in psychology. I love patterns, numbers, and categories. Always have. Lynn Logic is the result of that love. Go ahead, like and subscribe. It costs nothing, unlike coffee, weed, or bad decisions, and you know we are not giving those up. So stay and watch so I can get my watch hours up. Check out the combined videos of my narrative and the worst day ever for a crash course. And coming October 26th through November 6th, Lynn's Inappropriate Tour. I will be in DC, New York, Philadelphia, Boston, Richmond, and Norfolk, VA. Listen for details at the end of this episode. Let's get started and stay tuned because at the end of the episode, you get to meet the legend, Banana, my mom. I hope you enjoy. Here is the absolute best part about these confessions. Because my mom and I have a really solid relationship, she raised us with honesty and openness. And so I told my mom most of the stuff I did. Hell, I talked to her about losing my virginity when I thought I was ready to have the sex. I told her exactly where I was going when I went to DC to a rave. This was during the time when she was going through menopause, and so she kept paging me to come home. I did not, but I did tell her where I went. I am a bit stubborn. Shh, don't tell me yet. I'm still in denial. For our generationally impaired, to page someone is a reference to a device called a pager. This is a notification device that predates a cell. People would call these devices, enter a number to be reached at, and then wait for a call. We also had pager codes for messages. Wonder if all that waiting fed into my anxiety. I used to hate waiting, but now I'm self-entertaining. So even with all that honesty with my mom, I still kept secrets. My mom is 79 now, and she deserves the truth. Oh man, she is going to slap the shit out of me. At 46, she still slaps me. But it's okay, because I usually deserve it. Recent example, my Maltese, Boogie, fully white-haired dog, let's just say his change purse was emptied. After the surgery, he had to wear a no-lick inflatable around his neck, and when he had it on, I noticed something. I took it off of Boogie and put it on my white-haired mother. I'm her daughter, she's used to this. And then I started laughing and said, "You can't tell the difference between you and Boogie." I then took pictures. Don't worry, there will be a meme to follow, and asked her to tell me which one was her and which one was Boogie. The best part, she couldn't tell the difference. And then the laughing started, but yeah, I got slapped too. So let's get started on this. Confession number 1. The dog, our golden retriever named Chandler, didn't break the entry light playing with a ball. It was me with nunchucks. Confession number 2. Sissy, my older sister, and I Killed Teddy the hamster. Although that little fucker lived for 3 years. We had a trash can with a lid that you push the button down and it pops up. You know the kind. Well, we had this set up. A row of pillows with the trash can at one end and the hamster on top of it. We would slam our tiny feet down on the pedal, the lid would pop up, and that hamster would go flying and flipping through the air and land on the pillows. He just got too old to be our evil Knievel and had a little heart attack one night in his cage. We were playing with him the day before and he was fine. Confession number 3/apology. I am sorry I got kicked out of Girl Scouts for fighting with the adults when they told me I had to return all the money from selling the cookies. I worked hard for the money. So hard for the money. After that, I didn't want to go. I am sorry I got kicked out of Hebrew school for telling an entire class and the teacher to kiss my ass. Then for all the things I said to the principal later. They were mean and closed-minded. I didn't want to go. I'm sorry for all the suspensions I got for my mouth. This included the words that came out and the cigarette smoke that went in at school. But hey, you did meet one of your best friends that way, Susu. She was my high school administrator. Can't remember if that was because of me or other female members of our family, though. Confession number 4/apology. I'm sorry I had to share a bathroom with you because I lost that privilege with Sissy, my older sister, in a bet. It was a stupid bet. But also, I am horrible at domestic shit, and I know that had to have sucked through middle school, then high school. Confession number 5. I snuck a boy in the house once for the night. He was hiding behind the couch. In the middle of the night, he tried to go up the stairs. He got halfway up before Chandler, our golden retriever, started barking, and then went back down and slept behind the couch before sneaking out in the morning. The next morning, you had commented about how Chandler was going crazy the night before, and I totally played stupid, but I knew. Confession number 6. That weekend, when I was 16, you know where it was 3 days after I got my driver's license and I hit a tree going in reverse at 35 miles per hour with your car? I'm sure you remember that bit. Well, you went out of town to the beach that weekend. Sissy, my older sister, and I threw one hell of a party. There was a bin of PJ in the bathtub. If you know, you know. I ate a bunch of acid and let a friend cut my hair before passing out in your bed in a pile of people. Don't worry, I totally washed your sheets and bedding. I hope. Please refer to I'm bad at domestic shit. Probably not. I'm so sorry. Confession number 7. Things I did to your Mazda 626 besides get it stolen. It did get returned and you knew about that, so no big on that bit, right? I went the wrong way down an exit ramp, realized it was too late and jumped the curb. I mean the median. I was going through a neighborhood too fast and there was a steep dip in the road. I made the car jump 4 feet in the air. It had good shocks. Had being the operative word there. Plus the countless wheel covers and hubcaps I lost. I only told you about one I saw fly away, but there were so many. Side confession. Also, on the first day of school of my senior year, my friend that was giving me a ride hit your rental car. I mean, like, the whole wheel lifted off the ground, like back end kind of shit. Oops. Confession number 8. Some of the ways the cousins and I tortured Sissy, my older sister. We made her go to a rave, and when she wanted to go home, we made her sleep in the car until we were ready to leave around 6 a.m. I mean, it was raw bass and easy rock. We tried to sell her for drugs one night, but she wouldn't get ready fast enough. I had to take a shower and everything. So we scraped up change. You caught us gathering the change and yelled at us for using change to buy drugs. Don't know if you remember that. We convinced her to eat acid one night, and when we were hanging out in the kitchen, we convinced her that she was in a wheelchair because she was the only one sitting down. It wasn't that hard. But to make it worse, we ran out of the kitchen and told her it was on fire, and then laughed our asses off as she tried to scoot out of the kitchen on a wrought iron chair. Oh my God. She freaked the fuck out. Oh, but then laughed, and oh my God, I can still picture her scooting across the kitchen floor in that wrought iron chair. It was scraping and it was so loud. God, I'm a dick. I'm sorry. Not really. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm not. No. I don't believe me, so I know you don't. I have partnered with the Hayes Killer Jokes Tour and Cage to Stage ENT for Lynn's Inappropriate Tour. From October 26th through November 6th, I will be traveling. This tour does have a lot of purposes, which we will get into along the way. I will be going live on Facebook and TikTok, so make sure you follow me there. That is Lynn Levine on Facebook and Lady Lynn Levine on TikTok, or Lynn L42. Links to my accounts on these are in the description of this video. I am not performing on this tour. Hayes is, and that shit is funny as fuck. So come and hang out, let's laugh. I am like that floating fat man in Mary Poppins. I love to laugh. Come, join me for all the laughs. Okay, so this is how this is going to work. I haven't been really out in the world in 13 years, so I'm still relearning some things about myself and the world. Let's be honest, if I had to do this by myself, I would never leave the hotel room. And I want to get out and see things and meet people and be nice and laugh. The exact spots will be announced day of, so keep an eye out. The cities and the dates are October 26th through October 29th, Washington, D.C. October 30th through October 31st, that is Halloween in New York. November 1st through November 2nd, Philadelphia. November 3rd, November 4th, Boston. November 5th, Richmond, Virginia. November 6th, Norfolk and Newport News, Virginia. Come, join us for the laughs. Chin up. Tits out. Bye. Hi. So I totally just wanted to introduce my mom. This is my mom, Banana. Okay, yes, I did. Yes, I totally did it. Yes, I deserve it. Yep. Sorry, Mommy. You're trying to stab me with it. What are you doing? I'm sorry, Mommy. Yes, all that shit happened. My poor mother, right? Yeah, my mom was a chaos child, too. She has amazing stories, up to how she ended up hanging out with Elvis. I am my mother's daughter. Now, to make sure not to embarrass her, I did read all this to her before recording. Yes, for her approval, but still, I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to piss her off. The first sentence out of her mouth was, "Oh, I didn't know that." And I said, "That's why they're confessions." And she said, "Oh yeah." But my mother wasn't shocked.